My name is Isaac Dietrich. I'm a co-founder, CEO, and chairman of Massroots, Inc.
They're a group of tech-savvy 20-somethings launching a hot new app. Only this is no Silicon Valley startup.
So this past November, 8 states with about 23% of the U.S. population passed initiatives legalizing the production and sale of cannabis for recreational or medical purposes. Over the next several years, the industry believes that it can get a medical cannabis law on the books in Oklahoma, Utah, Texas, South Carolina, and recreational cannabis laws on the books in Michigan, Connecticut, Delaware, and several other states, almost all of those through the state legislature. These states, I believe it will cause the industry to grow from around $5 billion this year to more than $10 billion once those initiatives take effect. Even if not a single additional state passes an initiative over the next 5 years, the industry could still grow 2-3x from what it is now, just off of existing states expanding their medical cannabis policies, getting their regulations in order, and facilitating growth that way. By the time the federal government reschedules or deschedules cannabis, the real money in the industry will have already been made. It's happening. Everything's happening in the marijuana industry right now. Look, it's the same way that Facebook went public. It's the same way that Twitter went public. Back in 2013, I was working on political campaigns. I saw Colorado and Washington pass initiatives to legalize the recreational sale of cannabis. I wanted to find a way that we could profit off of the additional states passing cannabis laws. We thought of the idea for Massroots first as a social platform, but really as a way that investors could play the cannabis industry without ever touching the plant itself. Massroots makes money by connecting consumers with the newest and best products in their local area. So we charge dispensaries a monthly listing fee of a couple $100 depending on the level of exposure that they want to our community. We wanted to create an environment where people felt comfortable sharing their cannabis-related experiences and expressing themselves in a stigma-free environment. Back in 2013, there was still a significant amount of stigma attached to the plant, so it was actually very difficult for us to find our original set of investors. I maxed out about $17,000 in credit cards to get the company off the ground.
With Dietrich at the helm, hoping to become the Mark Zuckerberg of the marijuana industry.
There's nothing else like the marijuana movement or the marijuana industry out there right now. It's a movement where there's already an established marketplace. There's already broad support. I mean, now I think in the recent Gallup poll, it's well north of 50%. For recreational, I think medical is polling closer to 75%. It's backed by a wide swath of the population, passing in every major demographic group. It's literally probably the most popular issue in America right now is marijuana legalization. Regardless of where you stand on the marijuana issue itself, people are just interested in it because it's a fascinating space. The most interesting people that want to have that thrill, to have that, that pioneering attitude, I guess. So, I don't know. It's great. There's nothing else like the marijuana industry right now.
And we feel that if we can reach that threshold, we will be the dominant marijuana social player, and then everyone in the industry is going to want to advertise on our platform.
It's kind of evolved into something much bigger, into a platform where people can review cannabis strains, review various products based on how they treat various ailments, and actually connecting consumers with the newest and best products in their local area. The original roots are very much in the social aspects and in the movement, because this is a movement. The beautiful thing about the cannabis industry is that we don't have to create the market. Consumers already know what marijuana is. We're just profiting off of an existing market becoming decriminalized and regulated. In June 2016, we recruited Lance Galey as our Chief Technology Officer. He came from Autodesk, Salesforce, one of the best technologists in the world. And he's been able to recruit some of the best talent, some of the best engineers in the entire technology space are here at Massroots. We believe that right now we have one of the best tech teams in cannabis, probably one of the best tech teams out there in general, which is awesome, because that enables us to develop the best products and to move faster than everyone else in the space. And right now it's a land grab. I mean, it's all about who can move the fastest and capture the most amount of market share in the quickest amount of time. Now, the vast majority of those revenues are coming from only a handful of states. Most state networks, even if they have a medical or recreational cannabis law, they still don't have a system where a wide portion of the population can walk in and purchase cannabis. So there's still a tremendous amount of room for us to grow, both on the overall market space and on the number of dispensaries using our platform. Right now, only probably 8, 9, 10% of dispensaries in the country are paying to advertise on Massroots. So again, even if the industry doesn't grow at all, there's still a significant amount of room that we can grow our revenues just from existing markets. In addition to dispensaries, we also added our first 2 mainstream advertisers, Uber and Fusion, which is a division of Univision. We'd love to see the day that Domino's Pizza puts an ad on our platform. Massroots currently has 900,000 users out of about 10 million Americans who reside in a state with a medical or recreational cannabis law who consume cannabis on a regular basis. So in any given local market, we have anywhere from 8 to 12% of the end retail buyers have created accounts on Massroots and engaged on our platform. Now, if we're able to get that up to 20, 30% of end retail buyers, that's where things really start to get interesting. That's where we're able to increase the amounts of money that we're charging to dispensaries, to our advertisers, increase our profit margins, and at that point, we become a necessity. So that's our main objective over the next several months, increasing the amount of end retail buyers we have engaging on our platforms. This isn't, just an app that people don't care about. The people that we have on our platform are the most knowledgeable, passionate cannabis consumers out there, and that's ultimately what it's all about. That's the source of all of our shareholder value, of everything that we do here, is our users. People are very much the ones leading this movement, rather than the institutions, rather than the politicians, which is unique. There's very few other industries like this. Without the people, without those users, Massroots would not be where it is today. That's kind of the end goal. That's the direction that we're taking the company. When people do anything cannabis related, we want it to be through the Massroots application.